If you're trying to improve your skills in Kawaii illustration, stick around because I'll show you how to draw a Kawaii Polaroid illustration here in Procreate. Hello, welcome back to Haley K Studio. I'm Haley and I like to make Procreate tutorials for beginners, and today I'm sharing my step-by-step process for creating a Kawaii style Polaroid illustration. Illustrated Polaroids are a popular Kawaii drawing orientation, and I thought I'd share this style with you so you can try it too. It's just a drawing of a cute scene or character in a Polaroid style picture frame, and I think they're really cute and fun to draw. I'll be using my Kawaii Essentials brush set and drawing kit for this project, and I've linked it in the description box down below if you'd like to purchase it from my Etsy shop, but you can use any art brushes that you'd like. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button because I'll be sharing more tutorials on how to create Kawaii illustrations, like in my previous video where I shared how to illustrate a Kawaii floating island. And I share a lot of different Procreate tutorials as well. But let's go ahead and get started on this Kawaii Polaroid illustration. So to begin, I'm just starting off with a square blank canvas that I've set to 2048 pixels by 2048 pixels and 300 dpi. I feel like that's a good resolution, like if you want to share this on Instagram, and a square image is perfect for your Instagram grid. So I like to stick in that size range for my canvas. To start off, we just want to make our sketch first. So I've just chosen my fluffy liner tapered for my sketching brush, and I've just chosen black to complete the sketch layer. So like I mentioned, a Kawaii Polaroid is just usually like a cute scene, or it could even just be as if it were a portrait of a cute Kawaii character. But what I've decided is to make kind of like a nighttime picnic theme with a little cute bear, and I'll go ahead and sketch that out and you'll see how this is going to look. Now that my sketch is done, you can see how this Kawaii Polaroid illustration is really set up. So it really is just a Polaroid frame, like when you have like a Polaroid camera that spits out the little picture. That's basically the idea of the orientation of this frame, and then a cute scene in the image, but you can put any scene in any image that you want to put in this little tiny square. And I've even strung up some lights to kind of echo what I have in the picture with the strung up lights in the trees, and I thought that would be kind of cute and a fun touch to the outside of the frame. So now I'm ready to start adding some color to this, and I will do that by choosing a background color. I'm going to be using a color palette that I made special for this image, and it's just called my Kawaii Polaroid palette, and I'm going to share this with you as a free download, and I've linked that below, and you can use this same color palette to recreate this image if you'd like, or another version of it. So the color I would like to use as my background is sort of this grayish sage color, and I think it's a really pretty background, and once we add all of the other colors to this, you'll really see this. It helps all the other colors kind of pop. And I will be adding a lining layer to this image, so I'm going to add a new layer, and I'm going to put everything below my sketch layer, and I'm going to turn down the opacity to the sketch layer a little bit. And now from my lining layer, I am going to choose my fluffy liner 20, and in that Kawaii Polaroid palette, I have this very dark brown that I'm going to be using as my lining. You notice here how we have this frame, and I want to show you how I add symmetry to a frame and create like an equal square when I want to maintain kind of a rounded look to a square. What I like to do is I like to just draw the corners first. So I'll draw my first corner, and then I will duplicate it, and then I will go to my transform tool and tap on flip vertical, and then I drag that down. I want to look out for these 3 blue lines that appear to show me that it's in line with the original corner that I drew up here. I flatten those corners by pinching them together. Then I will duplicate this layer and select my transform tool again, and then tap on flip horizontal. And then I drag that over, and then I make sure that it is in line by seeing these 3 blue lines again, and make sure that it's in line with my sketch where I wanted the edge of the Polaroid to go. and then I just let that go. Then I like to pinch those together to make them flat too. Now I'll connect those corners by adding another layer and then just drawing a line from each of my corners. You notice that I didn't hold down my Apple Pencil so that it creates a straight line. Just to kind of maintain that soft kawaii vibe, I wanted to kind of allow it to be uneven and not completely straight, but still I wanted my corners to have some symmetry and to look the same. Now with those two layers, I will just pinch them to flatten them. I'm going to add another layer to do the same to the inner frame. So now my frame is complete. I will just pinch all of those layers together to flatten it. And now I'm just going to finish the rest of the lining of my illustration. So now our lining is done, and what I did was I kind of switched between my Fluffy Liner 20 and my Fluffy Liner Tapered. The tapered liner is a lot smaller. When there's smaller details in your image, it's nice to have something a little smaller. And I like to switch back and forth between two different ones because I know they're set to the size that I want. Also, I didn't line my little lights here because we're going to do something a little special for the lights in the image, and I'll show you that a little later. But for now, we're ready to start filling the color of our image. And to do that, I will add a new layer, and all of my color fill layers are going to go below my lining layer. I like to keep my colors in different layers. However, for like the foliage of my plants, like the trees and the grass and the bushes, I'm going to have them all in one layer because they will be one color, and then we're going to add some lighting effects to that once we get to it. But for now, I'll just go ahead and do the flat color fill to my whole image, and I will be doing that with just a smooth liner. So I'll use the smooth liner 40 for that. And so as I go on, I will add a new layer, do the color fill for the particular color that I'm using, and then add another layer to move on to the next color. So now it looks like our color fill is done, and I'm ready to add a few lighting effects. And I want my lighting effects to be on my foliage, so I'm going to choose my foliage layer, which is the leaves on my trees and the grass on the ground and the little bushes. And I'm going to select the color that I had used originally. I will add a new layer above it and turn on a clipping mask, and then I will go to the blending modes and choose multiply. And then I have my smooth liner 40 selected. and I just want to add a bit of shadow to these plants here. And I'm just going to follow the outline of each of these plants. So now our shadow has been added, and I want to mute this a little bit by going to the opacity of the layer and then turning down the opacity. And now we have our shadow where we would expect there to be shadow if he was sitting in the moonlight. What we would also anticipate with sitting in the moonlight is some parts of our trees in the different areas to be illuminated. I'll go back to my foliage layer and add a new layer, and putting it below that first clipping masked layer, it will just automatically add the clipping mask to your new layer. And I want to select my brightest color. I'm not quite sure what blending mode I want to use yet, so we will draw in our illumination and then we'll check out the blending modes and see which one we like the best. So we would assume this tree would be illuminated here, and then this tree would be illuminated here. And now let's check out the blending mode and see which one we like best. We've selected our highlight layer, and we will just cycle through these different blending modes to see which one we like best. And I'm going to choose soft light. That's blending really nice into the tree, and it's got a nice illumination. And we'll just do the same to this part of these bushes. I'm just going to add the illumination to the parts of the trees and the other brown parts of my picture. So I have got my brown layer selected. I'll add a new layer and then add a clipping mask and change this to soft light. Okay, so now we have some nice illumination to the different parts of our picture. And now we're going to get to the fun part. We're going to add some light to our little light bulb. So I'll turn my sketch back on, and we can see where I intended to have some light bulbs also in the little trees. I want to choose this yellow. We're going to use a default brush that is already in your Procreate for this, or it's in the Luminance brush library, and we're going to use the light pen. And I have set the size to 15%, and we're going to add a new layer, and we're going to keep it above our lining layer. And all you do is you just press your pen down and you create a tiny circle that is like a little light bulb. And we can turn off our sketch layer to kind of see that, and you can see that it's adding some really pretty lights to our trees. It's like we have some twinkle lights in our trees. So I'm just going to continue on with the rest of the spots where I intended to have these lights, like in my light bulbs, and we'll see how this shapes up after that. So now all of our lights have been added, and I can turn off my sketch again, and it really looks like this is a lit up picture, and I absolutely am loving this. So we're almost done. I just want to add some more stars and a little bit of texture to my image. So I will go back to below my lining layer, and I will add a new layer, and I'm just going to choose the white, and I'm going to go back to my Kawaii Essentials, and I will choose the Fluffy Liner 20, and then just add some stars and a few bits of texture to the grass. So I did go back to the Fluffy Liner Tapered for the grass texture, just so I can get a little more precise. When the actual subject of your picture is smaller, I like to use those smaller brushes so it doesn't get too sloppy. But this is our image done, and I absolutely love it. So this is my Kawaii Polaroid, and it's this cute little teddy bear having a midnight picnic out in the forest. It reminds me of in kindergarten when we had our teddy bear picnic. I don't know if anyone else had that, but when I was growing up in California, we had teddy bear picnic in kindergarten, and it totally reminds me of that, and I love it. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to continue to watch this series and how to improve your skills in Kawaii illustration, hit that subscribe. Or if you just like Procreate tutorials in general, and I'll be continuing to share some really great Procreate tutorials that are great for beginners in whatever style that you like. If you would like to use my color palette that I used, I have that linked in the description box down below, as well as my Kawaii Essentials brush set and drawing kit that you can purchase from my Etsy shop. But this color palette is free to you, and you just need to click that link to get it. I share it in my Patreon, which I share tons of free downloads for the public and free members, so go ahead and check out my Patreon with no obligation to become a paid member. So thank you again, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!